there, it's me, and I am going to give an update. So I am now in the third week of my second trimester, and I have met with a little bit of conflict. So I had to share, because it's what this is all about. So last week, our new Contracts 2 professor said she wants us to kind of step back. Well, this new class, I think I told you, it's combined, so they've put all the 1Ls together, including the people who are brand new, this is their first trimester, and people who have been here longer than I have. This is their third trimester, and they're about to take the baby bar, right? And I like the third trimester people because this contracts professor, she's a little bit persnickety, right? And so we're writing in that IRAC form. I think I've told you guys about it, issue, rule, analysis, conclusion, but we weren't supposed to write issue, rule, analysis, conclusion. We're supposed to write the issue, the rules, the analysis, the conclusion. And so she was like, none of you are doing IRAC. Well, yeah, we are. We were just told not to write out issue, rule, and put those as headings, but instead actually put the issue as the heading. Battery. Battery is the intentional offensive touching, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, well, that's not IRAC. Okay, my last professor grades bar exams. Yes, that's IRAC. So anyway, everybody was arguing with her. So she went and she spoke to the dean. And I don't think everybody's understanding everybody because she's saying we're not doing IRAC. But according to every other professor in the dang school, we are doing IRAC. But IRAC doesn't mean you have to write out the word literally, issue, rule, analysis, conclusion. Anyway, so the whole class was arguing with her, and I threw in the final punch. And I said, our last professor grades, because she said, this is the way they want it on the bar exam. And I said, our last professor grades bar exams, and she said she does not want us to do that because that makes us look too primary and not like we're fully understanding the analysis of how to write and flow. She didn't even comment to that. She was like, so great. Now, everybody else was saying stuff. I got the last hit in, and she hates me. So last night, I have my new reading machine, and I'm briefing. I'll show you how I brief now. I don't have to write it out. I do it with highlighters. Can you see that? So every color is something different, and then I make notes in the case. And it's so much faster and so much easier. And then I take notes on the side, right, just from the book, but I don't have to brief every case in notes. So I volunteered to do a case, which actually I already have a brief from because we're repeating a chapter in this class that we already did in our other contracts class, which is fine. Review is good. So the person that she had didn't read that case. So she said, does anybody else? And I volunteered, right? I'm gung-ho. And I wanted to see what it was like to try and do it from this new reading machine. So I was doing it. And she got so persnickety with me. I mean, my friend texted me and was like, wow, she is being so mean to you. And I was like, I know, what up? So at one point, she asked a question that was really vague. So I asked her to clarify, what is she asking? Now, I've already read from my brief and my book, and I was right with her, and she goes, Elizabeth, did you read the case? And I went, yes, absolutely, twice. And she was like, okay, well then what I'm asking is this. And my friend texted me and was like, dude, I didn't even get what she was asking. That was so beep. So here's my new resolve. Because this is the kind of gal I am, right? You can get persnickety with me, lady. Whatever you want, I'm going to blow your socks off. Just so you know, Professor McCool, that's her name, Professor McCool. Isn't that awesome? I'm going to blow her socks off. I am going to be the best stinking contracts 2 law student you've ever seen. You're not going to know what hit you. You are going to be so stinking impressed with me. See, that's the kind of gal I am. You can't knock me down. You can't intimidate me. I have been through hell and back, and you are not going to stop me. So, take that. No visual impairment's going to stop me. No crazy kids are going to stop me. And no persnickety contracts professor. So I thought I'd put that on film. Well, film doesn't really exist anymore. So I thought I'd put that on the computer. Other than that, everything else is going great. This machine is saving my life. It cuts my study time in half. I am totally caught up on all of my work. I am ready for Thursday. It's Wednesday right now. But, I mean, it just is so much faster because I can see the lines and I can make notes so much faster. Thank God for this reading device. So, you know what? The lesson here is get the tools you need. Drop your pride, right? And I just wanted to share my little persnickety professor and my experience and my resolve and everything else. You know, my kids are terrible. They're in a really bad phase. Every time I go near them, there's a pile of garbage. They're like Pigpen and Pigpenette. And they're just going to do that right now. They're just in that phase. So I will continue to fight that battle and love them dearly, and I will train them to be responsible young adults. And my house, I think my friend this weekend said it best. You just need to resolve to live in squalor. Anybody in a graduate program, whether they have children or not, pretty much resolves to live in squalor until the graduate program is over. So I'm all for that. So now I tell people, if you come over, you have to know that I'm living in squalor for another 3.5 years. So if you choose to come in the house, come in with that definition in mind. So there you go. Squalor. I'm okay with it right now. Yeah, it'll be clean at Christmas. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for watching my vlog and supporting me on this journey because I have the best friends in the whole wide world. And I will catch you all on the flip side.